Hi guys, welcome to an What If Civilization Started Over episode 12. So the first thing that we're going to do in this episode is going to look at Italy. So as I was saying, look at a Italian um daily Italian whatever it's called. Update. So what we're gonna see in this daily Italian update is a war between none other than the light green nation and this nation right here. So let's look. Oh, sorry. So let's actually get to the war. So this nation right here is gonna go into this nation trying to capture the capital. And this nation ain't gonna be freed that much. This nation also right here is also gonna go into it, and this other nation here. So this nation being attacked from all sides. So this nation is gonna capture the capital and start attacking these troops, but these troops will fully take over this side, and we're gonna look at the peace treaty. So yeah, I'll be back. So this is the peace treaty that comes to it. This green nation has now taken most of the Italian peninsula, and these other nations now remain. So now going down to this nation right here. As I was saying in the last episode, it's very expansionist. So its goals are these three nations and also this nation. So those are the countries that they want under their belt. So they're gonna declare war on this gold nation right here. And then their troops are now very strong. So they start going into this nation. And another nation that does also, I was saying, this nation right here will start invading from this border right up here. Start going in. And these are the areas that they want. So they want that land. So they connect up to their other troops. The gold team will also fight back, but this is a two-front war, so the gold team won't be able to win that much. But they do try, but the green team ends up prevailing and fully linking up to this country's border, which is next on the chopping block. They also want to attack South Africa, but South Africa is the first strongest nation, so yeah, I don't think they would win that. So this nation ends up going like this and fully taking over this area right here. This nation takes over the capital. So let's look at the peace treaty. Let me do this on camera. Peace treaty. So this is the peace treaty. The green team will get this land right. Green team will get this land right up here. This is a lot of land. So this is a lot of land for the green team. And I don't think they can still stay stable with all these people under their belt. With also getting that land, and this team right here gets this land right here. They're more or less the Cyan Nation. So that's all we're gonna look at this area for now. The green team is gonna carry on with their expansionist goals. Oh, and one more thing. This country right here. This country right here is now a puppet state to this nation right here. So yeah. So going to this area right here. There's two nations now, the Chinese and the Koreans. So we see more exploration by the Russians and the Persians. They fully discover this lake right here. The Indians explore this area. The Chinese and the Korean exploring this area. Korean fully landing on this island of the Japanese. So we might see some Korean expansionism. So the first thing we're gonna see is Korean expansionism. The Koreans will fully take over this island right up here. The Chinese end up taking land. They take this area of land. This is a big area to stand by. Now the Chinese is a very big nation. So this is too big for them to hold, that's a hint. But the Vietnamese were busy exploring this island right here. So let me show that. They fully explore it. I don't know if you can see that. And fully annex this island. And also the Vietnamese lose some land to a new group that pop up. And this group wants independence of this area of Vietnam, this area of Myanmar, this area of China. So this is a very big group. They want to make their own giant nation. So we're gonna see. I'm only gonna highlight up there. I don't know if it did I highlight there, but also the Myanmars. And actually in the Chinese area, I'm gonna highlight a few of these areas right here to show that the Chinese are going to win this war. So in the Vietnam area, we see this nation right here starts attacking and fully capturing this area of Vietnam and fully taking this area of Myanmar. So there's something else I gotta do is highlight this island right here. So the Vietnamese take over this island, but the Chinese are strong, so they manage to take over a few islands. These are the islands that they take over. But now they officially start losing to the group. They connect up here. Connecting up there. And this is the biggest group of rebels ever. So now let's look at this peace treaty that they do. So this is the border that they end up choosing. China loses land up there. This nation loses land right down there. So that's the borders that they end up choosing. All three of the nations. So yeah. And this nation's name is the People's Union, where they took people from every single nation that was down there except for India and created a union with them. And spoilers, this nation will stay up for a very long time. They're gonna put their capital right in the middle of the nation. And yeah, so up here in Scandinavia, we see Norway fully discover these islands right up way. Yeah, fully discover these islands right up. Fully discover these islands right up north of them. And oh, sorry. Norway fully takes them over. So they take over these islands. So out of Europe again. In this part, no one will settle here for a long time, and no one will wanna take land until a new dark green settlement come up right up here. It's gonna border India. Taking over this land right up here. And yes, the Himalaya mountains have been discovered. They've been discovered for quite some time now. So let's go to check on the power rankings. Some things have changed. the not Madagascar, since there's no Madagascar in this world. The green Mozambican nation, it went from number 3 to the second strongest nation. The third strongest nation is the African Union still. But now these two nations beat each other with a literal gap. This is how big the gap is between these two nations. So this is a big gap. The green Madagascar nation is far stronger from the African Union. If these two nations would go to war, this nation would win, no doubt. But something else. The Omani nation, right here, has dropped down very much back. And it's looking like they're going to collapse. And India is now the 9th strongest. So yeah, that's all that's changing. In the power rankings. So that's all that's changing now, is that these two nations, but South Africa still beats the green nation with a gap. South Africa is one of the strongest nations in the world. Actually, not one, the strongest nation in the world, even though it's small. This nation is maybe big, but it's very strong. And the green Madagascar nation is very stable and very strong. And talking about South Africa, something that no one thought was going to happen will actually happen. I hope I didn't rob any capitals. Is this the right layer? Oh, this is the right layer, but so the two number one enemy nations, these two nations were the first two nations in the world, but they were enemies from the beginning. So what I was talking about is a union between these two nations, and this union is the people of these two nations like each other very much. Is that the political leaders don't like each other that much, and they're very against the union, but they're forced to make their life much better. And South Africa will more or less invest in economic growth, They have a lot of major cities. Not this much though. They have a lot of major cities.
What shall we draw now?
In this
Ball.
saying something that wasn't really looked forward to by the political leaders, and the kings of both nations are actually brothers. They come from the same nation family tree, and the oldest, the first leader of the Red Nation, which was the first leader of the world, is the grandfathers of these two kings. So they ended up dueling it out in the capital of the red team, and the king of the blue team won the war and did a smart move to make the red population happy about this. They made the red capital also a capital of both nations. So this is a very smart move by these two nations, but this move is hated by the leaders. So yeah, South Africa is now united under one flag. And most likely the flag has both the flag of the red and the blue nation combined. That'll be all for What If Civilization Started Over, episode 12. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.